You don't become weak in one moment. You become weak in small decisions no one sees. The conversation you avoid, the boundary you don't enforce, the promise you break quietly. And one day you notice something disturbing. People don't take you seriously anymore. Not openly, not aggressively, just quietly. If you've felt your confidence slipping without knowing why, stay with me. Because most men never realize what's actually happening to them. By the way, if you're serious about rebuilding yourself, share and subscribe. Now listen carefully, because the first sign of weakness doesn't look like weakness. Weakness begins with adaptation, not failure. Adaptation. You start adjusting to less respect, less discipline, less responsibility. At first it feels harmless, then it becomes normal, then it becomes who you are. Confidence doesn't disappear suddenly. It dissolves through repetition, and the most dangerous part? You stop noticing. But the real cause is something most men misunderstand completely. You were taught that avoiding discomfort is emotional maturity, that staying agreeable makes you strong, that peace means never confronting anything. It sounds wise, it sounds evolved, but it slowly removes your edge. Approval replaces respect. Comfort replaces growth. Safety replaces identity. And once that happens, your instincts go quiet. That's silence inside you. That's not peace, that's disengagement. But here's what actually rebuilds confidence. Confidence is evidence-based. Your brain believes what you repeatedly do, not what you tell yourself. Avoiding difficulty trains. Weakness, facing difficulty trains. Strength. Confidence is not a personality trait. It's accumulated proof, and most men stop collecting proof, which is why they slowly stop trusting themselves. That's where the builder archetype begins. The builder doesn't argue about identity. He proves it daily. He doesn't chase motivation. He creates structure. He improves something every day. Body, mind, skill, discipline. Not dramatically, consistently. And consistency is where weak patterns die. Now let's identify the patterns that quietly destroy men. Because the first one looks harmless. Sign 1. You avoid discomfort by default. Your brain prefers comfort. That's normal. But discipline overrides instinct. Every avoided challenge becomes evidence of limitation. Every completed challenge becomes evidence of strength. Skip enough difficult moments, and hesitation becomes automatic. Confidence cannot exist without voluntary discomfort. Ignore this, and your world gets smaller. The next sign is even more destructive. Sign 2. You need approval to act. This kills authority instantly. When you constantly check reactions before deciding, you abandon your own judgment. People feel it immediately. Strong men accept responsibility. Weak men seek permission. Leadership begins with internal certainty, not external agreement. If this is hitting you, like, share, and subscribe, because awareness changes behavior. And the next sign explains why motivation disappears. Sign 3. You don't keep promises to yourself. This destroys self-trust. Skipped routines, delayed goals, broken commitments. Each one weakens internal credibility. Eventually, your brain stops believing you. That's when motivation dies. Discipline restores self-trust. Without it, confidence cannot return. Confidence is not built in one moment of motivation. It is built through repeated behavior. Small actions repeated daily become identity. This idea is explained deeply in the book Atomic Habits, how tiny improvements compound into a completely different life. If you want to understand discipline at the identity level, click the link in the description. Going further, you'll learn how weakness often hides behind emotion. Sign 4. You react instead of respond. Pressure reveals structure. Weak patterns panic, complain, or avoid. Strong patterns stabilize first. Emotional control isn't suppression. It's leadership. When you control your response, you control outcome. When emotions control you, everything destabilizes. The next sign reveals something deeper. Sign 5. You talk instead of act. Talking feels productive. Planning feels intelligent. But action builds identity. Weakness hides in explanation. Strength lives in execution. People trust patterns, not intentions. Without action, confidence fades, and drift begins. Sign 6. You live without direction. Purpose organizes energy. Without direction, distractions win. You don't become lazy. You become unfocused. And unfocused men lose discipline quickly. Purpose simplifies decisions. Without it, comfort becomes default. The final sign determines everything. Sign 7. You tolerate disrespect, not obvious disrespect, small ones. People ignoring boundaries, interrupting you, disregarding your time. When you tolerate it, you reinforce it. Boundaries are self-respect made visible. Without them, confidence collapses, and respect disappears. Picture steel in a forge. Heat, pressure, impact, repeat. Without pressure, metal stays soft. Without difficulty, men stay weak. Pressure creates structure. Structure creates strength. Strength creates respect. Avoid pressure. Remain fragile. Accept pressure. Become durable. Now look at yourself honestly. Where are you avoiding discomfort? Where are you breaking promises? Where are you tolerating less than you should? You already know. And that awareness matters. Because change begins with recognition. Imagine the disciplined version of you. Decisive, calm, consistent, focused. You speak less. You act more. You hesitate less. People notice, not because you demand respect, because you embody stability. Confidence stops feeling forced. It becomes natural. Here's the decision you should make today. Keep one promise to yourself tomorrow. Do one difficult thing immediately. Set one boundary calmly. Repeat daily. Confidence will return. Slowly, then permanently. If growth is your mission, show some love and hit the like and subscribe button.